Morgan here. So I wanted to talk about this headline that we're seeing here. Now, drug shortages have actually been on the radar since COVID in 2020, and it's been a constant struggle for hospitals, pharmacies. I just had a podcast with the founder of Jase Medical, and he was talking about how this has been a constant struggle. I think one of the biggest things that is kind of sad about our drug industry, or our medicine industry, I guess you want to call it, is that most things are created in China, right? Whether manufacturing is here or in China, it kind of doesn't matter. We still have to be prepared for drug shortages of any kind, whether it's a mass US shortage, or whether it's a local shortage, or whether it's a seasonal shortage, such as during the winter when there's more cold and flu, and you'll see less cold and flu medicine on the shelf, you know what I mean? So this video is not a debate about the drug industry and, the evils and, people taking too many drugs and these kinds of things, okay? That's a whole nother discussion. I want to talk to you about being prepared, because the fact of the matter is, sometimes we need a little help, and that can come from an over-the-counter medicine or a natural medicine or whatever the case may be. People have been using, plants and other things to help them throughout history. So it's not really the fact that, we have to completely eliminate these things from our lives altogether. And some people really need it. Some people really need this medication for health reasons. And we have an industry that has created these medical marvels that have allowed us to prolong life and to help us with our medical conditions and these kinds of things. Try to stock up on over-the-counter medications. These are easy to acquire. There's lots of generics that you can get for super cheap. I've even seen some medications at the dollar store, and these things are all pretty much the same, So the generic with the name brand, it's the same stuff, okay? So stock up on over-the-counter medications, and then be sure to have a rotation. It's really hard for us to go through, like this says it expired to February of 2023. I've still been using it. It's May of 2023. I've still been using it, even though it technically expired in February. It is a best by date, and they do have a half-life after that. So most medications can last maybe 1 or 2 years after the expiration date, but I do want you to still have a good rotation, because that through that half-life they're just less powerful. Keep them in a cool, dark place away from moisture. Tap on all the time, right? So keep it out of your bathroom, keep it out of anywhere that's like a dishwasher or anything like that. Dry, cool, dark places, and you will extend the shelf life of your over-the-counter medications. Learn natural medicine. So this is kind of what I was talking about before, about people having alternatives to, actually at the time it wasn't an alternative, it was pretty much all they had, They found out that plants had a medicinal quality to them. And so they decided to make tinctures, and they decided to make pastes and salves and all these things that they could use for external use. Now, there's also internal use, like tinctures that you can use for an internal use. It's just alcohol and then whatever plant, and you put it in a dark place for a couple months, and then you'll have your tincture. Natural medicine, extremely powerful, and I am going to be deep diving into natural medicines for you guys, because I think it's really important that we all learn natural medicines, grow our own plants in order to harvest and create our own medicine. Purchase dried plant material so that you can make your own medicine in a variety of ways. And so I'm going to deep dive into that here soon on my channel. So when it comes to other medications, prescription medications, right? I want you to ask your doctor for a supply of, maybe like a 6-month or a year supply. Most doctors and most insurances will allow this. You just have to ask, and you have to check with your doctor, check with your insurance, and see if you can get an additional supply of medicine. So just in case, right? In addition, I highly recommend getting your Jase Medical antibiotic kit that is delivered right to your door. It is so easy to acquire this, and it is a legit antibiotic kit. And for the price, these can actually last up to 20 years with them still being like 90% effective if they're kept in a cool, dark place, okay? These aren't just a buy once, a year type of thing. These can last a significant amount of time if kept in proper conditions. So I love having my Jase antibiotic kit around and knowing that just in case we need antibiotics, we can have it. I'm going to put a link down below to where you can get this and a discount code. I believe in it so deeply. Like I said, I also had the founder of Jase Medical on my podcast. I'm going to put a link down below to that as well. But you should go listen to that podcast. Incredible guy, incredible company, and incredible product. Like I had said before, look into supplements and vitamins. I wanted to circle back to what I said about the turmeric and ginger. I had mentioned this before where I was having some wrist issues, so I got some ginger and turmeric. Well, I actually bought a year supply bottle of these tiny little capsules that were ginger and turmeric, and they're just in these tiny little capsules once a day, and my inflammation, my wrist pain, gone. Now, I'm not a medical professional. Do not take this as professional medical advice. I'm just saying through my research and through actually doing it, I have proved the effectiveness of those specific natural medicines. It is amazing what plants can do for us. The majority of our medications, whether over-the-counter or prescription, have actually been derived from plants. So it's no wonder that the actual plants themselves can help us. This drug shortage, it can be kind of scary, especially for those that rely on pharmaceutical medications for their well-being because of something that's going on with them, medically. Prevention, the very best that we can. Stock up on over-the-counter medications and rotate regularly. Every year or two, rotate them out. This is going to be for adults and children, as well as any medications you may need for your pets or livestock. As well as learn natural medicine. Ask your doctor for additional supply of any of those pharmaceutical medications that you may need. Get the Jase Antibiotics, and you can use my code, and it's also here on the screen and in the description. And then look into supplements and vitamins. But thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to go down to the links down below in my description. I will talk to y'all later. Conquer tomorrow by preparing today. Bye-bye.